Metal for Breakfast, live on the Metal Voice. A quick review of the New Testament track.
Surprise, we got a New Testament track.
Infanticide A.I, artificial intelligence. And there's a new album, Perrin. When's the album coming out?
October 10th of this year. So not too far away. It's a couple months. Bellum. With,
Meaning, if you want peace, prepare for war. I just looked it up. I just looked it up, and that's what it means.
Prepare for war. Cool.
All right.
Pretty nice, pretty nice artwork. I don't know if you've got the artwork up there for anybody, but we definitely have it on the Facebook page. But I don't think they threw it together too quickly. It's a pretty cool bit of art, I would say, for the new album. So thumbs up for the art.
Yeah.
I do not know if it's AI generated or not. I don't know.
We don't know, but you would think it would fit. It would fit with the sort of what's going on.
Or maybe not.
All right, so quick review reaction. The track has just been released. It was announced it was going to premiere on Sirius FM, right? Sirius Radio,
XM,
right?
Yeah, it premiered on Sirius XM yesterday exclusively, and then I guess at midnight and 1, the exclusivity went away, and the track was released to the world. So it's on all your finer streaming services as of this morning. If you want to preview the track before you make the decision to buy, because people, you still got to buy some physical media, but you can stream it first on your favorite medium.
The track listing is there. You can see the names of the songs. You could see the artwork, which is really nice. I have a little picture right at the bottom of this screen, if you could see that. But you could also go on their website. I'm pretty sure it'll be there. In terms of lyrics, I mean, AI. The world is we're on the bridge of some sort of virtual war. We've lost control. The machines are programming to replace us all. Generation genocide, generate to destroy us all. So that's the theme. It's basically, computers writing scripts and sort of taking over the world. In other words, Terminator.
Yeah, look, it's topical, right? It's very topical. It's the subject. Look, yet last week, Megadeth made their announcement of their farewell tour, farewell album with kind of a dramatic kind of news snippet, which used AI technology to make the announcement and create itself, and people lost their shit. And just through that, there was this raging debate on the Megadeth website. This is shit. You're taking away, work from starving artists. You're stealing intellectual property. How dare you use AI? I mean, we can have a whole other show on the use of AI in music, in art, and so forth. But just to say, it's a topical subject, so I think it's smart that Testament, in their very brutal, heavy-handed Testament way, has their first single be about this very topical subject. And let's not kid ourselves. All the way back to the beginning, particularly starting with Practice What You Preach, Testament did not shy away from controversial social issues. All the way back to the Greenhouse Effect, the Perilous Nation, and things like that on Practice What You Preach. The first two albums were pretty straight out thrash, but after that, Testament always had a couple songs in every album with some kind of a social commentary, and this isn't any different.
And Perrin, that's what metal has and rock and roll has been about: rebellion and sort of calling things out. We talk about all the benefits of AI. We talk about how they can help us with the artwork and the songs and our day-to-day life and administrative stuff and work. But there's also this dark side, this Terminator, this Skynet side to AI, where suddenly the computers will start writing their own scripts and sort of take over the nation because now they're self-aware and they want to annihilate the human race in the Matrix.
The song is called Infanticide A.I, and let's not forget, infanticide is killing one's children at a very young age. Yeah. So yes, the song is about AI, but the implication is also kind of the use of AI will kill our children, kill the futures of our children, kill the creativity of our children. Obviously we haven't interviewed Chuck or anybody yet, and they'll be able to tell us.
We're kind of just trying to listen to the lyrics and go, okay, that's what it is.
Our first gleaning of the lyrics is that, this is about, Terminator, Rise of the Machines, technology is going to be the downfall of our society and our children. So again, pretty good for Testament. Topical subject. Interesting. It makes you want to read the lyrics.
Yeah. Look, we're talking about it right now because of it, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Let's talk about the singing. All right. He's now more of a hybrid. He's using his aggressive voice, his clean voice, and his sort of death metal growls. throughout the song. It's a hybrid way of singing, right? He's done it before, but it works. The melody's great. It's catchy. It suits the sort of lyrical theme, the way he's singing. So to me, I get thumbs up on his sort of hybrid singing on this.
Well, let me ask you this: if we just got this single from the record company and they said mystery band, we're not telling you who it is. Listen, would you know it was Chuck?
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's the great thing, right? So there's not that many people out there where you could say, yeah, that's Ozzy, that's James Hetfield, that's Zetro Zusa, that's Chuck. So this is Chuck being Chuck, and I love that it's identifiable. It sounds like early Chuck. It sounds like later day Chuck. It's again, it's this is Testament being Testament, and this is every person, every player on this being who they are, which is what I love about this song.
Yeah, the length of the song, it's pretty short, but as you're listening to it, it feels like it's longer than it really is, but it's not that long. It's punchy. It starts off musically now, you're talking about it starts off with sort of like an anthemic sort of solo at the beginning, and then the blast beats, right? They're known for,
Well, what? They've had so many drummers, but they've had so many great drummers. And obviously Dave Lombardo entered and exited pretty quickly. And they have a young guy playing drums with him now, much younger than the other guys in the band, Chris Doves, I believe his name is. And I was really impressed by the drumming on this track, and the true test is always being able to do it live, because studio is the studio. But like you said, blast beats, heavy double bass, just really driving the song. I have to say, I was impressed by, musically, I was impressed by everything on this. Like I thought, so we touched on the drumming, but also just, Testament is known for, Eric Peterson's killer riffs and Alex Skolnick's killer soloing, and we have both of those in here. I mean, this is, from a guitar standpoint, if you're a thrash guitar guy, there's a lot to like on this track.
It's interesting. The blast beats are so fast on this track. I'd like to clock them. I don't know what they are, but they're so fast that the guitar has to move fast, right?
Yeah.
So it's just clanging. It's going, it's just doing one note. It's sort of like, it's a clangy, sort of thrashy guitar trying to keep up with the blast beats, which is pretty interesting.
Yep.
And of course, you got your traditional guitar solo in the middle, which is always great with Testament. So like you said, the song packs a punch, blast beats, hybrid singing. The guitar work is always great and technical. It's a cool little track. And you know what? It's summer, right? It's the end of summer. Not much is going on. So I welcome this new single from Testament. A great way to start off, let's say, the beginning of, like Labor Day, after Labor Day week.
Yeah, we're kicking off the fall season.
Fall season.
And I do need to say also, like, just the intro, it's a cool song, right? It doesn't just jump right into the riff and get heavy right away. But, Testament have two kinds of songs. They have songs where the song kicks off of the riff, and there's songs where there's just kind of eerie kind of build, and you kind of have that build here before it explodes, and the build kind of reminds me of something you'd hear on Low or The Gathering. The track really touches. Like, I hear early Testament, I hear that, Practice What You Preach, Souls of Black Testament, I hear the low demonic Testament, and I also hear what they've been doing the last few years. So I really feel like this touches on every area of Testament. I think the only thing I don't hear is kind of the legacy, where they got a little bit mellow there, and that's fine, But look, this is.
But we don't know what the rest of the album is going to be like,
right?
We don't know.
Just going by this song, I mean, look, this song touches on a lot of things. I think if you're a longtime Testament fan, you'll be really happy because it's Testament doing what Testament does best.
Yep.
And I think if you're kind of just new getting into thrash, and you've heard that these guys are one of the top bands, you're going to hear it and you're going to say, yeah, I buy that. These guys probably are one of the top bands. And it's just, again, having been a Bay Area guy and lived in the Bay Area, this is just Bay Area thrash all the way. This is like this textbook.
I concur. Great new song. So the album's going to be released October 10th. That's my son's birthday. That's David Lee Roth's birthday. Testament, Infanticide A.I. That's the song. I give it a big thumbs up. Listen, maybe I'm biased because I love Testament. I love all sort of chapters of Testament. And I think this is a continuation of Brotherhood of the Snake. They keep, it is, they always have that sound, but they sort of there's a little change up. And I think this is a really cool track. Bellum, going to be released October 10th, like I said, in 2025. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's pretty much it.
And I'll end this by saying, if this is any indication of the entire album, we're going to have an Album of the Year candidate on our hands. And as much as I like what their last 3 albums or so, I think they're really onto something, and this could be their best album in a long time. So really excited to hear the whole thing.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and we'll see you soon.